Alright, so sometimes saw these lines through my phone. Sometimes you're, as an OTR driver especially, you're going to notice how good I parked that straight line backing right there. You know what I'm saying? Just letting y'all know I backed that up just like that. Bam, parallel park that joint. So sometimes you're gonna have to park at shippers and receivers, right? And the catch about parking at shippers and receivers is one thing you got to remember, that there's safety in numbers. All right, there's safety in numbers. And what I mean by that is when you go to park, sometimes you're, oh, that's a hell of an echo. Okay, we're gonna talk about it right here. Sometimes you're going to end up on roads like this, right? You're going to be in a business area and you're going to have to find somewhere to park. And especially in California, I'm sure it's all over, but I know me personally in California, you're going to get a lot of these right here, right? No parking anytime. So what you want to do is ride around. Look, first go to the shipper or receiver that you're going to, okay? Go to the shipper or receiver that you're going to so you know where it's at. Once you get there, look around. Like, for instance, at this place where I'm delivering now, I was actually going to park on the other street, but there was no trucks, no cars. It was warehouses and stuff, but it wasn't really a technically safe location, right? But flip-flop gang. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to come over here by the receiver, and I wanted to see, was there trucks waiting to get unloaded in the morning like I am. It just so happened that there's about 5-6 trucks over here. We all parked, you know, side by side or whatever, all the way up to where the receiver is at. So there's safety in numbers. All right, so if you park somewhere where there's no other trucks around, then you're going to be unsafe. That's a hell of a shadow right over there. I'm just saying, it's going to be unsafe. Now, is there times where you're going to park like that? Absolutely. You're going to be parking in places. You know, I had a guy ask me, why do I park on the side of a freeway? I don't normally park on the side of the freeway. What I do is I park on the on-ramp or off-ramp. Most likely it's going to be on the off-ramp to where cars are getting on the freeway, so I know my freight will not get tampered with, because most likely they got somewhere to go. They got places to be. But there's going to be times where, yeah, you're going to be parking in the middle of nowhere. And technically there is something you could do about it. Some people are going to say, well, if you properly plan, then you won't have to park in random locations. That's not always the case, because if you're about your money, sometimes you're going to have to park to where you can at least get a 10-hour break. And a lot of times you're going to back up and bump the dock, and your logs are probably still going to be in the sleeper, because you only got 20 minutes to go, an hour or two to go, and it probably take them an hour or two to unload you. So by the time you get unloaded, an hour or two goes by, you go on duty, 15-30 minutes, pre-trip unload, and then you can start running again. You know, especially like in California, if you park at a truck stop in California, which is not that many, believe it or not, in a lot of these places, you're going to waste hours trying to get to your location, especially LA, where I'm at right now. You try to come to LA, you park at a truck stop, you know, you're technically, your stop might be, let's say it might be 30 minutes to an hour away. But if your delivery is at 8 and you think you're gonna wake up at 6 and make it to your hour away delivery on time, you're fooling yourself. So if you can find places to park right next to the receiver, like my receiver is literally right there with that truck that got his brake lights on up there. That's my receiver right there. So I know when it's time for me to deliver, my 10 hours will be up. My 10 hours will be up, and I can go and deliver my load, get my 10-hour break in, and get my next load and start and continue to make money. But the moral of the story is, though, the moral of this video is that there's safety in numbers. If you don't have to park somewhere by yourself, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. If you can park somewhere where you see other trucks parked at, especially if you hear the trucks idling, that means people are in them. Especially if you have multiple trucks, then you should be somewhat safe. And that way, when you close your curtains, you don't have to wake up and wonder if your load's been tampered with, if your batteries are gone, if somebody done pulled your fifth wheel, if your tires are cut. You know, just random shit like that. So it's safety in numbers. So make sure if you do got to park somewhere that's on the street, and wait to deliver in the morning, to park somewhere where it's safe and you feel comfortable. Because that's the main key of the whole thing. You need to feel comfortable, because when you close those curtains, life is still going on around you. You know what I mean? Life is still going on around you. I'm gonna find that perfect echo. Life is still going on around you, and ain't no telling what people are doing, saying, thinking. You know, this trailer is old as shit. But I just want to go ahead and put that out there and let you know, safety in numbers. That's why, you know, truck stops are good, but you don't necessarily have to park in the truck stop. You can park on the street to the truck stop if your back is not that good. Rest areas are good because there's always people in and out. There's always somebody up watching, especially at truck stops. There's always somebody up watching that can tell you what happened. You know, if you park on the street, sometimes you're taking a risk parking on the street, but still, it's a money thing. But you just got to make sure that you're comfortable where you're at. Don't try to park nowhere where you're by yourself. Have I done it? Absolutely. I do it all the time. But if I had my choice, I will park where other trucks are parked at. It just makes you feel some type of way knowing that there's a driver there in his cab, you're in your cab, there's another driver over there in their cab, sleep, whatever. And, you know, you'll be safe. Just saying. Feel free to subscribe to my Facebook. Just go to Facebook, search It's TRB, ITS TRB. Add me on Facebook, doing live streams all the time. Make sure you check out the YTTA network on Facebook. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, TheRightBrotha. And if you feel this content is worth $1 or more, feel free to donate. Other than that, people, you all take it easy. Peace.